let's get started with our video for today. This is for Spiegelmom Scraps, and this week the sparklers are hand stitching on their layouts. So I snapped up these super cute cut files. They're free. They're from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. You can get them on their website. And I cut out, there's a whole set of them, but I cut out the Hello Sunshine and the sun, because I want to use those for my title. And then what I did was, I took the Hello Sunshine and I offset it in my software to create what would kind of maybe be like a map behind it, except I'm not going to use it as a map behind the cut file. So you see there, just offset it and cut out like a back. So what I'm doing here is I put a teeny tiny little bit of tape to the back of that die cut, and I'm going to trace it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch some holes, and I'm going to stitch where you see the outline using some yellow thread. And the black mat under my stitching template where I did my stitching, that is a mouse pad. It's by Anchor. You can get them on Amazon, and I highly recommend them for putting underneath something you'd like to stitch because they kind of rock. So
tell them where you got it.
I stole it from my son. So this is, but I did buy him a replacement. I bought him a new mouse pad after I realized his was awesome for stitching and took it. So for the rest of this layout, what I did was I scavenged through my stash and I just grabbed anything yellow, anything at all, anything I thought would work for yellow. And I have 6 pieces of pattern paper, or 6x6 papers here, and I really wanted to kind of incorporate this like starburst, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it. I really kind of wanted it to come like out, but I had the sun, which by the way I cut upside down, so I'm going to go ahead and put that flare over top of his upside down face. And I could have flipped it around, but if I flipped it around, then the wording that's on the sun would be upside down. So I opted to cover up the sun's face. So I'm going to take some little strips of these 3 pattern papers, and I'm going to create like a base at the top and bottom of my layout to kind of hold it in a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead, and you can see that I then went through all of my embellishments and I pulled everything yellow, all the yellow things. Anything I thought was yellow, anything that was white, anything I thought would work. This photo is of my brother and his daughter. They were at my house and we were eating breakfast, and it just so happened that the sunlight was coming through the window of my dining room absolutely perfectly, and I had to take a picture. And then when I saw that die cut that said Hello Sunshine, I knew that that was just the perfect title for this page. Because again, you can see, I love how you can see like the sun rays coming in the window beside them. It's really cool. So that little piece of scalloped paper is actually a scrap from a Felicity Jane kit. And then these lemons, oh, I love them. So that lemon die cut I've been hoarding. It's from Jen Hadfield's Everyday Collection. And then I had some lemon flare, and I love the lemon flare is from Accident Scrapbooking. And I was so excited to use my lemons. I would never have like lemonade stand pictures or anything, but they were yellow, right? So they would totally work. So I'm going to fidget a little bit with these felt pieces. I couldn't decide. These are gorgeous lemony yellow hearts from the Spiegelmom Scraps shop. And she's actually discontinuing all of her felt and cork embellishments. So if you want any of these gorgeousness, you need to order it now. And you can use my code at the end of this video to order yourself some felt and cork goodies. I'm just going to fidget a little bit here. I know that I want to include the felt, and I've also pulled 3 different sequin mixes from my stash. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of decide how I want these clusters to be and where I want the clouds to be. In the end, I end up only putting 1 felt heart with that cloud at the end of my title because I didn't want to overdo it. I wanted this layout to be light and bright like the photo is. So I'm going to go ahead and place some clouds around. Love felt clouds. Love, 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 love them. As an aside, interestingly enough, if you watched my Scrappy Tag video for 17, the Scrappy Tag 2017 video, in there I mentioned that I don't have a manual die cutter. Well, after Jody told us that she was discontinuing felt clouds, I went and bought one so I can make felt clouds. So there will be felt clouds for days. I will always have them. I got the dies too, so yay! So now I'm just adding some of these lovely flares and felts. I pulled those 3 sequin mixes. Before I start with my clusters, I decided I wanted to add some splatters underneath my clusters. So I have my clusters picked out. I'm just adding a date now. But I took some no yoking colorings, which is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yellow. And I splattered it. I'm going to splatter it and then put down my sequins and my embellishments, because that way the splatters didn't get out of hand. They're a tiny little touch, and if something got a little like wonky, I could just go ahead and cover it up with a sequin. So the 3 sequin mixes I'm using on this page are Orange Blossom, which is a brand new sequin mix, Sunset Strip, which is older, and Sunny Smiles, which is quite a bit older. And I'm just taking, I wanted to add some of those bigger flower sequins. I wanted to add some of the tiny little flowery, cute, so cute sequins. A couple of flat ones, but I really was more picking through the mixes for varying shades of yellow to maybe even a little bit of like a melony color. And then I'm going to go ahead here and I'm just cleaning my desk. This is part of my process. This is something I do all the time. I go through my desk, I kind of clean it up, I kind of just stare at my layout a couple minutes, make sure that it's really how I want. I don't want to add anything more. And that will complete today's process video. Here are some close-ups, and be sure to swing by the shop and pick up any of those cork or felt goodies you want, or shimmers or sequins, so many fun things. Have a great day. Bye.